Oh my god, I haven't done a live in a while. Feels weird to do it again. I don't know why. um, I'm just gonna wait for a few of you guys to come on the call, on the live stream, and then kind of have a little topic I want to talk about revolving music today. This lighting is so strange. It's like it's good, but it's weird. Hello, one viewer, 4 viewers. How are you guys? Let me know who's here in the comments below. So today I wanted to talk about music, and I always wanted to know if anybody else has this experience where when you go back and you listen to a song that you consider to be from your past, does that tend to stir up old emotions for you or any kind of like memories pop up? For me it was really interesting because like during some darker periods in my life, whenever I'm feeling like really intense emotions like anger or rage or depression or whatever, I like to put on music that kind of mirrors that back to me. So it's kind of like my way of like self-validating how I'm feeling is by listening to types of music that are also along the same genre or types of feelings. So for example, like when I had a really bad breakup like a year and a half ago or whatever, I would listen to tons and tons of Evanescence because what that was doing for me was it was mirroring the emotions that I was feeling back to me, and it just made me feel like I was okay to be with it. So yeah, that's just one way of using music is to like kind of allow yourself to feel your emotions. Hey guys, hi Lila, or Lila. Let me know if it's Lila or Leela. I want to say it's Lila, so let me know if that's right. Catherine's here. Hi Catherine. Victor's here. May May's here. Hi guys. So the reason I brought this up was because last night I was just going through my computer. I wanted to see like what kind of music I had. I was just kind of like, I'm listening to the same old stuff. Like what other kind of music do I have that I haven't heard in a while? And I just wanted to listen to some of the old stuff that I used to listen to. It's like, oh wow, I have all of this like Evanescence and stuff on my computer. Let's just listen to it and see like what kind of feelings come up, right? And me being like a shadow worker, completion process practitioner, like I love stuff revolving memories coming up and let's see what it can stir, right? So I just had this curiosity, but also wanted just to hear it. So I did. And I played it and I was like, whoa, it like instantly transported me back to moments where I was feeling like an intense spectrum of emotions. But it was interesting because it didn't like transport me back into actually like feeling them within my body, but it brought back like the feeling signature of what it was like to be feeling those in that moment. It was weird. Like it wasn't like I was actually like, and there have been moments where it has brought me back into the full-blown emotions if that was something that's unresolved for me. But because this wasn't, an unresolved thing, I feel like I've definitely integrated a lot of the things that were revolving around those situations. When I listened to the music this time, it just literally made me observe those emotions as opposed to actually feeling them. So it was like, wow, like it actually made me grateful. I was like, wow, like that was such a different experience in my current experience. And it made me actually grateful for like the human experience in general and being able to experience this wide variety of emotions, whether some are good, some are bad in our minds. They're all just valid emotions. And I was like, wow, like I've experienced some really intense shit. And it was just cool to kind of have that reminder, but it wasn't like me being sucked back into it by any means. It was just me watching the emotions, which was such a different experience because I've had so many of those experiences before where the old music and the old songs will like literally put you back into a trigger, put you back into those situations that you listened to the music in the first place for. But yeah, for me it was really interesting last night. Like I actually had this feeling of like thankfulness and gratitude for the stuff that happened in the past that I used to use these songs for. So I would love to hear if anyone that's watching right now has used music before as a means for being with your emotions during like hard times or even the good times, but then like you haven't listened to those songs for a while, and when you listen to them again, does it bring back those memories or those feelings? Do you feel that you get transported back into the memory and feeling that you originally experienced? Or do you feel that, yeah, you get transported back to it, you have conscious awareness of it, but are you just observing it as opposed to actually putting yourself into it again? So that's kind of something that I've been feeling lately. It's so interesting to like watch how those things can trigger memories for you or trigger feelings. It's so interesting to me. So I just wanted to share that with you guys and see if anybody else does that or has similar experiences. Lila definitely says absolutely. May says, I suppress emotions sometimes. I avoid certain things like songs. Yeah, there was a long time where I couldn't actually listen to My Immortal from Evanescence for the longest time because that literally was like my breakup song. And then I realized, when was it? It was a couple weeks ago. I was on the porch with my roommates and we listened to that song and I was like, as soon as it was starting, like part of my body was just kind of like shaking almost like, oh God, I haven't heard this in so long. But then it played and then I was like, wow, this song is so beautiful. And I didn't have any active triggers at all. Like I felt completely fine and I actually enjoyed the song, but I still had those subtle pieces of the memories of when I used to listen to the song and what it reminded me of. So I think it's sometimes that like music that you associate with your past, whether it's with good experiences or bad experiences, can be a good check-in point as to where you lie currently as far as those traumas being resolved is virtue of how does this make you feel to listen to now? Does it kind of put you back into a trigger? Do you feel resistance by listening into these songs again? Or do you just feel like, wow, I'm just observing it and I thought it would trigger me, but I guess that shows where I'm currently at by the fact that I'm actually enjoying this now. So yeah, that was just some food for thought for me, and I was like, wow, this could be a really cool topic because music is so universal, you know? Like music affects everybody on some kind of level, and it makes perfect sense that like we have memory that can be stored auditorily, and then when we hear something, it triggers it back up. So I think that's something that we all on some level can relate to. Dylan Spark says, as a musician, I play what my words cannot express. That's beautiful. That's the magic of music right there, is to be able to like really express yourself in those ways that you can't find a way to verbally, and then people really feel that when they hear your music. So that's super cool. Corey's here. Hi, Corey. Jenna just said it happened yesterday. Yeah, yesterday was when it happened to me too. I'd love to know about your experience, Jenna. Like that's literally when it was happening to me. It was just late at night though, and I didn't feel up to making a video last night about it, but it was still on my mind today, so I definitely wanted to chat about it. Lila says, back to it, but observing the emotions and not in the same place of being weighed down by them. Yeah, so that goes to show you, like, you've definitely grown and expanded since that original experience when you used those songs or heard those songs. That's pretty awesome to have that. Marianne K says, hi, Matthew. Hello, Marianne. How's it going? Akio is watching. Hello. Megan's here. Sean's here. Sean's my brother. Hi, guys. Sarah says, I've noticed that every time I have a song in my head, if I listen to it straight away, it helps me process how I'm feeling in the moment, and it's no longer in my head afterwards. I've also noticed that... Hang on, I gotta click see more without, like, messing it up. Okay. So it helps me process how I'm feeling in the moment, and it's no longer in my head afterwards. I've noticed also that you can realize how you're feeling by the songs you want to listen to. That's also true, yes. That's such a good point. I love that you mentioned that and you brought up like what you're a match to as far as songs go, because like what got me into the feeling space and in the vibrational space to actually like listen to those older songs again, especially the ones that are more, you know, quote unquote depressive or emotional or whatever. Like that's the kind of music I was listening to. And it's funny because I was actually talking with like an old friend of mine that kind of reminds me of those kinds of things. And it brought me into the vibrational space, I believe, that made me a match to discovering all those old songs on my computer. So it's funny, like you can use it that way too. You're like, why is this even like something that's part of my reality right now? So you can really go down the rabbit hole with that one. Let's see. Marion says, Pink Floyd, The Wall holds my teenage angst. Very difficult to listen to without being triggered. Wow, that's a really cool realization to have, Marion, and it's good that you know that. And then that's something too that you have like an access point if for some reason, if it feels good for you to want to like look into that more and to discover it and investigate like why you feel that way. It's a good way to kind of use as a tool to bring yourself into your subconscious mind and figure out like what's laying there. As a shadow worker, it's like, ooh, I wanna do something with that. Jenna says, Patrick was playing a bunch of music with major bass, and it reminded me of cruising in high school. My mean girl came out and my entire personality changed. Yeah. There's some songs that really trip me out when I was younger, like when I would say when I was like 18 to 20, even to 21, I was definitely not the Matthew that's in front of you today. I was the Matthew that loved going to the bars and going to the clubs and dancing, and I was in like a really awful relationship in that time frame in my life. And all those old, like between 2007 to 2010, like club songs, like whenever I hear those come back up, like Rihanna, Disturbia, or like anything in that era that would play at a club, like it just reminds me of those. And sometimes they'll have that sensation within me where it's like, ooh, like I feel really bad right now, I want to like be with this. But then sometimes I'll just have like that memory where I just observe it, I'm just like, ooh, like I'm so happy that that's not my reality anymore. Yeah, Marion says, oh, you're right. Yeah, it's definitely something you can use later down the road. If you know that something causes you to be triggered, it's definitely something we can look into together if that feels good for you. Kevin says, hello, buddy from Russia. Hair is on point. Thank you. Just got it cut 2 days ago. Yeah, so anyone else that's watching right now, do you guys have any particular songs or any kinds of experiences that you want to share revolving music that cause you to like remember things from your past whenever you hear it, or something that you haven't heard in a really long time that just kind of brings up something within you? I'd love to hear about it. Or even if you guys like have any questions or topics that you want to bring up that are completely unrelated to this, like totally do that. Just kind of feeling like, I don't know, connecting with you guys and answering anything that might be coming up for you. So even if it's not related to this topic at all, like totally bring it up in the comments. Maymay says, yes, I like that. Checking back into things like songs to see how we feel about them and now as we're always changing and evolving. It's happening with food. Oh, that's a good one. Being more, oops, I gotta hit see more and I always like screw it up. There we go. It's happening with food and with me now. Being more comfortable around certain food which used to trigger certain emotions before. Oh yeah. I'd love to hear specifically, Maymay, if you feel like sharing what kinds of foods produce those triggers and emotions within you. Jenna says, great topic. Leaving to eat. Love you. I love you too, Jenna. I'll talk to you soon. Sean says, Mom's watching. Say hi. Hello. Laurel's watching. Hi, Laurel. Carolyn is here. Hi, guys. Yeah, so if you guys have like anything related to that or even unrelated to that, totally leave it in the comments below. I'll give it a few minutes and see if you guys have any questions or topics that come up. But yeah, I just really wanted to share that. I just thought it was super interesting to observe those experiences revolving music and what they make you think about when you think about the past, you know? So I'd love to hear if you guys have any more to say on that or anything else in general that is on your mind. But if not, I thank you guys for spending time to watch this. I just really wanted to express that. And if you're watching this after the live video is over, please feel free to continue sharing anything that comes to your mind. I'd love to hear about it. And yeah, I will talk to you guys soon then. I don't see anything else coming in. So thank you guys so much and have a good rest of your day.